Yeah, I didn't write that in my review, but I think one of our patrons wrote that in their review, where there was something about how they actually once again ruin an incredible joke in the original movie, which is that all of these orphans get blood on them watching someone dressed as Santa get shot in front of them, thinking it's the Santa Claus serial killer, and instead it's literally the local priest who got shot right in front of them, and that is a fantastically dark joke. And again, they just don't do it in this movie.
Right. So I'm watching it and I'm going like, recap of that they switched that joke, which is not cool. So I'm already kind of frustrated. And then I just keep putting in my notes the finale, the entire finale, 40 minutes of recap. Like it kept going. I just couldn't believe it. Because again, you can cut it down to just be like having that moment of Ricky finding out like his brother, was killed, and then he gets the curse transferred to him, and then you move on to your part 2. But instead, we've had 40 minutes of this. It finally gets to it, and then we can lead into it now. But it's like, I just couldn't believe how long it took. You were not exaggerating when you told me this a couple years ago, or whenever you watched it. And I was kind of amazed at how bold it was, in a way. Bold might be the word. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it does really feel brazen that that they really did just go, let's not give them extra money to just shoot a whole sequel in earnest. Let's just keep showing them and making the footage from the original film worse by cutting back to all of these bizarre framing device moments that don't really feel like they interact or make any sense with it, and like you wanted to, which is what they were designed to originally supposed to do. They were supposed to just naturally blend in with the rest of the movie, and they don't. So it's a big problem for the movie that's what the first 40 minutes is. And
in an 80-minute movie too. That's the problem.
In an
80-minute
movie, for sure.
Basically.
And eventually, obviously, building after going through him, strangling the rapists with the, Christmas lights, and, mounting the horny teenager to the sort of reindeer antlers, and showing you sort of the Friday the 13th kill compilation montage of the original film. Eventually building to that ending shot where Billy is gunned down in front of Ricky, and he inherits the trauma. He inherits the naughty, and at that point, you kind of go, well, okay, hey, the movie is finally whatever. I've made it through. It's finally starting in earnest. I have to ask you, as someone who was watching it for the first time, how did you feel when the rest of the movie was more flashbacks?
Yeah, that was like, to be honest, my brain got a little confused, and I started going like, wait, are we still in the first movie? Like, I don't know. Like, and then I was like trapped in my own little nightmare of like
structurally, this is one of the most bizarre movies I've ever seen, where it's like 40 minutes of recap flashbacks, and then the movie starts, and it's like flashbacks for a movie that is the new movie.
Yeah,
which has already happened.
At first, I will admit, it confused me at first. I was like, "Are we still back to Billy now?" But it's like, no, this is Ricky, and we're getting his kind of his origin now as a kid, and
his story that he's never told anyone before, and let it out. Here it comes.
As if it's going to be the most epic reveal in the entire world. It's just
dude, it's so epic. He was adopted by the Rosenbergs, and they tried to give him a normal home life. But then, it was about 5 years later when his stepdad died, and that hit him pretty hard.
Yes, absolutely. And they even do this one scene where when he's a kid, like the nuns still traumatize him anytime he sees a nun, which will lead into the finale.
I did laugh at the scary shot of the nuns like walking around the corner, and his mom being like, oh no, my poor son.
Yes, my favorite beat of that is that they disappear into like a corner or something, and then she looks, and then she stops looking, and then he looks again, and then they come back out of the corner, as if they were like doing that on purpose to scare the child. It made almost no sense the way the actual like logistics of it are. But it kind of made me chuckle a little bit, and just the way that they show how the parents were negligent. Like, it's just like them talking to somebody that they're friends with. He sees nuns, they're not there, they don't do anything about it, and therefore they led him to like an even more traumatic experience, and his impulses to take over eventually. It's silly, of course.
Yeah, the Ricky story is a pretty spectacular story, and by the time you're getting to childhood flashback, and then I think like teenage flashback, this is about the fourth or fifth actor we've seen who plays Ricky in this movie. I didn't have a chance to go through the credits and double check if that's accurate or not, but it's kind of insane because when they hit teenage Ricky, I'm like, well, the guy could probably play teenage Ricky as well, just like costume design him so that he's like a little bit, looks younger or something. And but they were like, nope, we need a whole nother actor for Ricky during the scene where he watches an attempted rape in a field and then runs the guy over in his red Jeep and gets thanked by the woman who isn't terrified that this psychopathic guy just like killed that guy right in front of her.
Yeah, it is like the simplicity of like she was about to get sexually assaulted, therefore a murder in front of her of that sexual assaulter would not be also traumatizing whatsoever because it's just like a kind of an eye for an eye thing or whatever.
Which is so odd because, and maybe like, it wouldn't be, I don't think it would be odd if it also didn't show you the scene from the first film where that exact same scene happens, where Billy goes and strangles the guy with the Christmas lights who is trying to rape like his coworker at the toy store that he gets hired at. And she has
in the
moment
flashback, by the way.
It is, yeah, where she goes, that's insanely fucked up, Billy. Like, you're a monster. What the fuck?
Yep.
And we have a direct compare and contrast about, again, how a scene like this is probably supposed to go.
Yeah, exactly. It's so unbelievably funny that within the same movie.